This is Akash Namani, and in this video we'll see how you can create a Google's AdWords conversion tool and add it to your website. So first we go to adwords.google.com and log in with your Google account. Make sure you use the account which you've created earlier and created ads on it as we saw in the first tutorial. So once you log in, click on the Tools and Analysis tab and then click on Conversions. So this is where you would see all the conversion tracking tools which we have created. So first I had earlier created a conversion tracking code. So first we click on New Conversion. Here we can name our conversion. So let's say I want to track people who have already purchased tickets on my site. So I say purchased tickets. In the conversion tracking, you can actually track multiple things. So someone visiting a particular web page, signing up for your newsletter, or purchasing a product from your website. So since we're doing this for helplearn.asia, let's track how many people purchase tickets from our ads. So you click on Save and Continue. Now the conversion category is where you specify the kind of conversion tracking which we are doing. In our case, we're tracking a purchase or a sale of a ticket. You can also choose sign up if you're tracking if people are actually signing up for your newsletter or any other service on your website, or if you're generating a lead. Next, we can choose whether the web page is an HTTP or an HTTPS based on how your website has been set up. So I'll choose HTTP in this case. Markup language, it's HTML for us. We're not using any other format, but you can choose the format which you're using for your website. Now the conversion value. A conversion value basically gives you an idea of how much money you're making from the ad. So you can either put a fixed value. In our case, let's say it's $250 for each ticket. But if you're actually a e-commerce store where your cart value changes based on the customer's orders, so you can dynamically add the content. I will show you later where we can do it. Second is tracking indicator. So this says that generally, as per Google's policies, it's better if you let the customers know that you are using AdWords to track conversions. So you can add this particular notification on your website and see how it looks. Let's say I want it to appear in a single line. Since my website is black on the background, I choose the background color as black and my notification language as English. You can also choose not to show this on your website, but then it's better that you add on your privacy policy that you are using Google conversions to track sale of a ticket or any other purpose for which you're using it. And then if you see the advanced settings, there's something called view through conversion window. So what this basically means is, let's say someone sees an ad today and then they come to your website after 4 days and makes a purchase. Then Google would still track that as a conversion. So if you choose 30 days, that means anyone who sees an ad and clicks and makes a purchase within 30 days of the period when he saw the ad, a conversion would be tracked. You say click Save and Continue. Now this is where the code has been generated. If you're not the person who handles the website, you can send an email to the team asking them to add the conversion code, or you can, if you yourself make changes to the code, you can just click on this. So we've already generated our code for tracking it. Now if you see the code, there's one important part which I want to show you is var Google conversion value. So in this case, since we entered 250, it's directly being put on the website. But if you're a e-commerce store and you have dynamic values, you can actually remove this value 250 and substitute it with a variable which would have the final sale price, whichever is in your case. So what all you have to do is just copy this code and put it between the body tag of the page on which the conversion you need to be tracked. So let's say, since in our case we are selling tickets, so we should put it on the page where we say thank you to the customers who have purchased the ticket. Make sure you do not put it on the page which gives the customer an option to buy the ticket. That does not necessarily mean a sale. So it's better that you put it on the page where a person does the transaction and he's sticking to a thank you page telling him that yes, the transaction was successful. So it gives you a better tracking indicator. And then you click on done. So as you see now, my new conversion is ready. So after you add the code to your website, Google will automatically check whether it is able to verify that the tracking code has been placed, and within 24 hours time your tracking will start. And here you can actually have a look on the number of conversions and the values. Now once you've actually started tracking your conversions, when you go back to your campaigns, you would see some data being populated on here as well, the conversion and the cost per conversion. Now one thing here, the cost per conversion, this is helpful to understand what your return on investment is. Let's say you're spending $30 a day and you're selling two shoes which are worth $20 each. So in that case, you made a revenue of $40 and you've spent $30 on your marketing. So this gives you a good indication on what your return on investment is like. So that's conversion tracking for you.